This Best Ball Mania edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and get a free Refs or Terrorist t-shirt. Claim your shirt at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs.
Hey folks, this is Bud Foster. You're listening to SGPN. Let's let it ride. Go Hokies, man.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration. Over.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Sean, hello.
Yeah, you sound a little under the weather, Ryan. What happened?
No, feel great. I had a lot of dry air out in the desert with youth sports and a long night in Vegas. Relative.
I mean, your explanation that it was too much talking around loud music.
Well, no, certainly was definitely. I mean, I'm not usually talking at all after the show. Very, very small doses.
Okay.
And very rarely are we sitting next to a DJ. For in fairness, and so we were hanging out.
Oh, we were outside. I mean, you know.
Yeah, and I also drank. I mean, my normal quota is
2 drinks,
1 bullied drink, and maybe one more.
Yeah, you had like 2.
I had a total of 4 drinks.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
well, you always round down, so in my mind, you had 2.
Yeah, no, I had 2 before we even went to the club. Yeah, that wasn't smart.
We had an awesome time.
Well, I did have a good time.
No, it was a great Vegas trip. Doing the live circus show over on VSiN. Got to have CJ Sullivan hang out in studio. Hung out with new buddy Mike Sowers, at least for me, first time hanging out with Mike, and then our friend of the program, our good buddy Nate Collins, who we ran into. He was there just kind of hanging out, vacation in Vegas. You know him from Chris Long's Green Light show, his whole podcast network. So we got to hang out with Nate, had a bunch of cocktails. It was a great trip as always at the circuit.
Yeah, no, on top of hanging out with we also somehow managed to avoid the tables. That was I pulled the ripcord hard.
Because I was trying to get a tables run going at like 1:30.
We were hanging.
Ryan
we
goes,
hung
I'm
out.
sleepy.
We hung out too long, but I did hit the slot before.
Yeah. Nice.
The slot.
You got on the hand pay.
Well, so this is how it went though. It was horrible. I was cursing the slot. Basically, I mean, Sean, you know how it goes. Normally, you win a couple shekels here and there, no matter what. No bullshit.
Stone cold.
I think it was 32 spins.
Really?
Straight losses.
And you're doing your $10 spin.
So 320 down.
Okay.
And then boom, double clutch kick.
Oh,
$1,400 hand pay.
Let's go. Good times.
And
there.
the guy, I think first time in my life when getting a hand pay, I held my hand like this and he just ignored it and put it on the slot machine. He's like, I'm not putting that shit in your hand.
Yeah.
Fuck
One
off.
slot play, please, sir.
Well, you know what? I didn't tip him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you normally tip them?
Oh, if they're nice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was reading I've never gotten a slot hand pay. Now, obviously when I'm playing table games, I tip dealers. When I cash in tickets at the sportsbook, I tip the ticket writers. I assumed I would, but I didn't know what the,
It's a little, I'm not like it's definitely less than even a sports ticket tip.
Really?
Yeah. Like throw them a 20.
Well, because they're not really, all they're doing is walking out your tax
Feels more
form
of like
money.
a ballet type tip.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Yeah, they're
carrying-
not actually they're not providing any personal service to
bringing
you,
me the money.
but also it's the gambling gods look as a great way.
I would have kicked him a 20, but he didn't want to hand pay me.
Chad is ready. They are lit. We're ready to come in first in the underdog best ball mania, winning $2 million. If you haven't already signed up with Underdog, what are you waiting for? Promo code SGPN. Get in there. You can draft along with us. We will give you a little heads up when we hop into Best Ball Mania. And yeah, I'm ready to go, Kramer. I'm jacked up and listening to a bunch of, I don't know, just consuming a bunch of NFL content, anything to really wet my whistle.
This time of year, that means you're listening to fantasy content.
Well, a lot of times it is, yeah, because there's just not a lot out there. There's some, our buddy Ross Tucker. He was doing some division previews, and Ross, this is great, Ryan. Ross goes, I mean, we could do this for each team, but we don't have the time. Wrong, Ross. If you love ball like Kramer and I love ball, you do have the chance to do 32 1-hour team previews. That's
all right. So
starting in a month or so.
I don't mean this. This might sound as a negative comment towards Ross Tucker, but I mean he's corporate. He's just he's punching the clock. That is a show where a guy is literally just hitting the marks, just hitting the marks.
Some of it does feel like he's just killing time, and he does an amazing job with the ad reads. I always love hearing about his doors, and they crowbar in a ton of ads. Anyone who complains about our ads, listen to a 30-minute Ross Tucker episode and tell me we do not have it better here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Kramer, and well, we forgot to mention we were hanging out with Nate Collins.
Yes.
And
oh my God, I think I have the picture.
Yeah, pull up the picture. So we hang out. You got 8 TVs. A lot of times, one of the TVs is on VSiN. They play a lot of. They have this commercial for Stadium Swim.
Oh, I sent it to you. That's right.
Have you ever seen it? Our buddy Big Balls.
Context. Yes. They did. This is the commercial they rolled out for the Crown basketball tournament when they were on FS1.
Oh, okay.
This was the commercial that was basically on a loop. So this wasn't like us watching VSiN all the time. This was the Crown FS1 broadcast.
Oh, okay.
Where they were just like the one they obviously got a trade in of a commercial every couple breaks. And this was the commercial. It was a Stadium Swim commercial.
Yeah, and Kramer watched that commercial and was like, that's Nate Collins. I'm like, Kramer, come on. I mean, you don't want to be that guy that says, "Oh, hey, that's got to be Nate Collins," because he's a tall, in shape black dude with dreadlocks.
This is all true.
Wearing sunglasses, and I know what Nate looks like, but again, he fairly anonymous. But Kramer,
oh, yeah, here we go. Just let's look at it.
Yeah, screen. And Kramer's like, "That's Nate Collins." I'm like, all right. I was very skeptical. I'm like, maybe, but what are the odds? And then we run into Nate. Nate had been to Circa, the entire property, once in his life. He went once in his life, went to Stadium Swim for a bachelor party, had a great time. And Kramer showed him the photo. He's like, yeah, that was me. So the one random time he went to Stadium Swim, he ends up getting in the Stadium Swim commercial.
Yeah, it was better than hitting a bet.
Yes.
Felt very good to be right about that.
No, that was,
ultimate. I told you so.
That was, I was playing the odds. I go, what are the chances it's actually Nate Collins?
It is a risky maneuver too. Cause it's like, hey, black guy.
Yeah.
Is this you? Is this you on the screen here?
And he says it happened, and it happened at Legacy Club. Someone came up to him and asked if he was Steven Jackson.
Oh my! So I was sitting right next to him. We were talking about something, and the guy. It was even weirder than that. He comes over. He goes, "I hate to do this." All right. Now, as soon as he said that, I'm like, "Huh? What are you about to do?" And he goes, "Are you Steven Jackson?" And he goes, his response is, "Oh, I've never gotten that one before." That's just got to be a weird existence.
Yeah. No.
I've gotten Ben Roethlisberger once, but
yeah, it reminds me of the time where I was drunk in Vegas, turned around and mistook Eddie Griffin for a different comedian. And I go turned around, Chris Tucker, and then he goes, "Fuck no, I ain't going to Epstein Island." And his friends thought me mistaking him for Chris Tucker, but they don't really look. And
in fairness
to me, they're both comedians. So if anything, it wasn't like they look similar. I was just I had a brain fart. I was high and drunk, and I was hanging out in Las Vegas. I turned around, I could tell it was someone famous because people were reacting as we were walking by. All right,
it would be funny if someone confused you for someone who was on the Epstein list.
Who would it be?
Like Zuckerberg or something like that.
Okay. I wouldn't want to be
You-
confused with Zuckerberg.
You know, Zuck went down to the island.
Well, we'll see.
Allegedly.
We'll see. I'm sure they're releasing him any day now.
He was tried so hard to be cool for so many years. Are you kidding me? Like that UFC, the video of him in the corner of the UFC fight,
then showing up on the podcast circuit, hanging out, being the tech guys trying to be cool. Just
well, ever since college, he's been trying to be cool.
Yeah, he
stalked every one of his classmates and made a book about it.
Basically, that's how Facebook happened. He was super horny and he was trying to track down girls' info. And then was like, oh yeah, I was working on this social media site the entire time.
Yeah, no, not being creepy.
No, no creepy vibes.
I have all these
Mark
pictures.
Zuckerberg.
I have all these pictures for a directory service.
I'm working on my database. Nikki Sager in the chat saying 7 youth baseball games over the last 2 days.
Wow,
man, I'm ready for a beer and some best ball. Ryan, great transition.
You're sorer than you thought, and you probably have a sore throat. Screaming at all.
Yeah, somehow you got Vegas voice from talking loudly.
Well, I will say I was in, for those who have never been to Norco, California, the second 2:00 hits, a 30-mile-an-hour breeze kicks up with nothing but sand. It is just a tremendously horrible place to have a field complex. All right, you want to hop in the streets?
Let's go. I'm fired up.
Am
I gonna get freaky here, Ryan?
Yeah.
My build last time was pretty crazy.
What are we thinking here?
Best ball mania.
Yep. Still doing the 20-second, right?
20-second.
Pro 20-second. Why do they even give you the option for 30?
Yeah, I don't.
Why even give people an option?
The only thing here, I'm doing the ad reads and then keeping an eye on the draft. The 20 seconds makes it a little tighter, but other than that, I have no idea. Like, who you're going to draft within 20 seconds.
All right, here we go.
All right, Ryan is entering the draft.
Oh,
how
no.
many?
Oh no, get out.
Okay, I'm gonna need to buy some time.
Let's give it.
Speaking of, I watched the movie Sinners last night with my wife. Have you seen the movie
about the tennis player?
No.
Oh.
No, it's like a horror film.
No, I don't watch movies, Sean.
So
mostly
the main characters, I did not know this going into the movie. I knew Jamie Foxx was in the movie.
Nice.
And they have 2 main characters, and I'm sitting there also a little high, and I'm like, wait, which one? That guy which one's Jamie Foxx? I kept forgetting which one was Jamie Foxx, and I didn't want to verbalize it because then my wife would have been like, "Oh, you can't tell the difference between Jamie Foxx and this other actor." She always likes to make fun of me for not knowing famous people, and so I kept it in for 20 minutes, and finally I go, "Which one is Jamie Foxx?" And it turns out they were both Jamie Foxx. They were doing that. So I was beating myself up going, Sean, you can't even tell the difference between Jamie Foxx and the other guy. And honestly, it was confusing because the Jamie Foxxes play, one guy's name is Smoke, the other guy's name is Stack, and they have different facial hair and whatever. But I'm like, that guy looks pretty much like Jamie Foxx. And I knew Jamie Foxx was in the movie. And so I was going back and forth with it. Couldn't figure it out.
All right,
pretty good movie. Solid, like action, sci-fi type movie.
Yeah, no, I would have answered Jamie Foxx was the one that was poisoned by Diddy. That's the one.
He refutes that claim.
Yeah. I saw him in person at a youth volleyball game of allegedly someone who was his daughter or related to him, and he.
Oh, this is really embarrassing, and it is not Jamie Foxx. It is Michael B. Jordan. Sorry. So all right. Just start that story again. Except it's Michael B. Jordan. Thank you. So I made things worse.
Wait, there's not 2 Jamie Foxxes?
No, there's 0 Jamie Foxxes. There's 2 Michael B. Jordans.
I don't think he was poisoned by Diddy. I think he's into the freak parties. All right.
So in my head, Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx the same.
Best ball.
Okay. Are we doing
no, still 2 people. Jesus.
All right, so we're gonna wait for the other draft to.
We might have waited
up.
too long.
So then we're gonna hop in. So as many listeners as possible that can hop in,
and maybe 2 Jamie Foxxes and two Michael B. Jordans.
A good time to remind people, if you haven't signed up with Edge Boost, what are you waiting for? Great week to sign up because you get the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums, and you get cash back rewards. You get the physical debit card, which is very nice. 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today, edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN, and it really helps us out, and it helps you guys out as well. Obviously, get this free sweet debit card, and you earn the cashback rewards. And last week we were running this promo. Sign up and get a free Refs Are Terrorists t-shirt. Jake just sent out another batch. So if you signed up already, you should be getting yours shortly. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs to claim your free t-shirt. We were just talking about how awesome the Circa is. We love the Circa. Great place. Anytime you want to head out, you got to go to, if you're going to Vegas and you're not staying at Circa, what the hell are you doing with your life? You can win a free draft party. You and 11 friends, aka 12 people, 2-night stay, Legacy Club welcome party, $5,000 bar tab. If you're just going, if you don't win the contest and you just want to hang out at Circa, promo code SGP15 covers you. But get in and win your chance for free. I mean, limo transportation to and from, they hook you up, and that's really what's. I don't know if people think we're constantly kissing their ass, but it really is the best. Like, you feel the vibes of old Vegas. Like, you get to see the guy who owns the place hanging around. These very friendly dealers. It's
dresses the part as well.
Yeah. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa to enter for free for your chance to win that ultimate draft party. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. Kramer, should we check back in on the old?
We should. Let's hold on. I can't. There we go. Dun, dun. Wow, there's 3 people now. I think we still have to wait.
Okay.
Maybe people aren't playing the 22nd one. Losers.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe that could be the issue, not getting down on the 22nd clock there.
Can't be it. We're just getting bad luck.
Bad stretch. You want to talk about underdog, and shout out to if you've been playing along with some of the NBA pick'ems. I crushed the underdog. I hit 2 sweets. Let me pull up what I hit on, but I had and I crack up every time where I have the Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown in the Super Bowl with 2 of these random long shot NASCAR stuff
them up.
season long. So I hit TJ McConnell, higher rebounds and assists. That thing has been a machine. 5.5. He had 8. Chet Holmgren, lower 8.5 rebounds. He only had 6, and I used my 40% profit boost on that. And then Kason Wallace, lower 11.5 rebounds and points. I think that was Scott like that one. And then Pascal Siakam, higher 6.5 rebounds. He got to 7, and I used the extender 50% profit boost on that. Very lucky to get the Siakam rebounds because he had 3 rebounds in 1 possession. So that was a knock on wood moment. Now, Kramer? What do we got coming up this week? We got U.S. Open tomorrow. We're going to be talking some more NFL futures with CJ. They have a new award, the Protector, aka the Best O Lineman Award.
Yeah, Coach of the Year and Protector of the Year with CJ Sullivan. I think we're gonna do some run back some NBA and Stanley Cup on Tuesday, and then I hear the College World Series starts on Friday. And Noah's gallivanting around the internet.
Maha.
I think Noah's
that's his new nickname. No Maha Beanick.
I think he's sitting on some pretty nice positions. So we'll somehow manage to jam that into the UFL championship picks.
Oh God,
episode.
0-2 on the UFL picks. But going back to the UFL, I mean, seriously, fuck
I'm out
them.
on the league.
If I knew Bryce Perkins was playing for the Panthers, I probably would have been on Michigan.
I mean, I think we were kind of warned.
Were we?
I feel like Colby kind of brought it up.
Okay.
I mean,
I tuned Colby out when we're talking UFL.
It wasn't definite. All right, let's see if this thing's filled up. All right, but beautiful. 10 people. Let's go.
Okay, great. I'm hitting enter, and I am. They're fetching your draft. I like how they do all the dog related stuff on the old Best Ball Mania.
They lean in. They lean in.
Ryan, everyone's asking, do you have the date for your 24-hour live draft?
Sometime in the middle of early to mid August.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
All right. I'm staying tuned.
I promise to give at least 30 days notice.
Really? Okay. Good news.
Yeah. Working on some schedule stuff.
All right.
You hoping to get booked this year?
Yeah, if you'll have me, I'll happily join. We also have Colby Dant coming in town. We're gonna be doing our college football conference preview, so that will be fun.
I was just mapping that out. It seems like we're gonna record. I think have 12 recording sessions while Kobe's in town.
Yeah, so
and one will be a Patreon episode. So if you have a Colby, if you have a Patreon episode idea that you'd like to have Colby sit in on, good time to shoot one out.
Making bacon breaking coming in. Are you guys going to break down each team's win total for the NFL season? You know it, making bacon, because we do our 32 NFL team previews.
See a plant. It's like you put the guy in the town hall. Make sure you get the good questions asked. All right.
Yes.
Can you? All right. Well, the draft is live.
We are live, starting in 50 seconds. I'm sitting at the 4 spot. I don't know if I've drafted from the 4. Kramer, right there in the 5 spot. Let's see if any Nikki Sager, who is in the chat, and Cletus, I know is a listener as well. I assume he's hanging out in the chat. If there's someone else in our draft that I missed, feel free to hit us up. And Kramer, you almost. We've been doing a gimmick where you guess the drafter's age after the draft. I of course nailed it last year, and you or 2 weeks ago, and then last week you came very close. Your first guess was 25. You second guessed yourself, moved the drafter's age to 26, and you were right with 25. Ryan, just a reminder: trust your instincts. Any related NFL news that's happened so far this week that's going to impact? I think Aaron Rodgers officially on the Steelers. Are you going to get some A-Rod, DK Metcalf stacks just in case?
I mean, it's certainly easier to take Steelers.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Saquon Barkley. I'm on the clock here.
We're back to back again.
You know what? I will take Bijan Robinson.
Oh.
I'm not. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of them, but I want a little of Bijan Robinson.
That's kind of gross.
Why?
Ugh.
Kramer goes Puka Nacua, even with Jahmyr Gibbs on the available. CD Lamb, Ryan, Malik Neighbors. So you think you'd rather have Nacua than Neighbors?
Just mixing it up here.
Oh, okay.
I've pretty much taken Neighbors and a lot. Anytime I'm in this range, I've been taking Neighbors.
Making bacon, reminding people, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, you fucking pussies. That's a New Zealand butcher if I've ever heard one.
Very to the point. I like that.
Yeah,
that's how you talk to the sheep. Metaphorically and
being in the chat saying, I don't understand the Bijan hate. Yeah, I guess
Tyler Algier.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just I have some hesitation of the Falcons offense in general, but now that Kirk Cousins is out of the way, no Arthur Smith, I should be liking Bijan Robinson more than I do. So I'm forcing myself to get some shares.
Thesis on what running back 0 failed last year miserably. That's the main reason we just had everyone was healthy.
Yeah.
So that's to me that's the main reason to avoid it this year. Like it's
to avoid 0 running back, or to avoid
taking one of the early.
Oh, to avoid hero RB.
I think it's for me. It's mostly avoiding in the first round. There's a narrative about all of them,
but also too. I mean, it is that thing of you're playing for the upside. So Christian McCaffrey, who goes number 8 here. Do I think he's going to stay healthy? And like in a high stakes managed league, am I taking Christian McCaffrey? No, but if you're playing best ball, you should have some Christian McCaffrey, right?
Yeah, probably. His upside's number 1.
Yeah. CD Lamb, Malik Neighbors, Christian McCaffrey, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Derrick Henry, Brian Thomas, Drake London, right up there at the second round. Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers, Nico Collins.
Sean, team 11, I'm going to say older than us.
Derrick Henry and Ashton Jeanty. He's a pound the rock kind of guy.
Loves the 2 running back start. I mean, and that's a 2006 like dream start.
Oh, AJ Brown goes. Malik Neighbors is paired with Ladd McConkey. Damn it.
Were you hoping to get Ladd?
Yeah, Ladd McConkey's on my list, and whatever reason, I just haven't had many. I don't think I have much ownership of him, and I do want more Ladd McConkey, certainly. T Higgins goes. Kramer is on the clock.
So in some sense, my hand has been forced here, but I don't mind. I think this year more than most, I like running backs in the 2-3 round range.
Okay,
almost all of them.
I'm gonna go Trey McBride. I don't have many stud tight end builds, but Trey McBride. I mean, again, PPR machine. If he gets any sort of touchdown, if he actually catches some of the touchdowns that they should have for him, he's going to be a smash player.
Smash!
Bucky Irvin goes. This will be interesting. Do I have to take Kyler with Trey McBride?
No. I mean, generally, you want to stacking the more elite guys makes sense because you expect them to do damage.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Jonathan, team with Jonathan Taylor about to draft. Rashee Rice. I don't want any part of him, Ryan.
He's gonna miss games, right?
I know they keep saying nothing's happened with the courts and whatever.
He's definitely missing time. But this is where you probably have to take a receiver here, I would think. Maybe a JSN.
Yep, JSN. I think we'll see. Cooper Kupp. I don't think he's going to eat that much into his role. They obviously felt good enough to get rid of DK Metcalf. That's going to create huge opportunities for him in the passing game. Chase Brown goes.
I'm getting different. 2 running backs in the first 3 rounds.
That's very weird, Bill.
Yeah, yeah. Love Chase Brown this year.
Okay, walk people through your Chase Brown love.
I just did on the Bengals. Running backs correlated to the offense. I mean, he looked really good in the passing game. He has tremendously high ceiling potential, I think.
Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, Rashee Rice still available. Jaden Daniels, first quarterback off the board.
So early.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So last year, Chase Brown hit 18 points 5 times. And he didn't start getting the volume until the end of the year.
Kyron Williams goes. Nicky Sager on the clock here.
Basically, when he got volume, he put up a 20 banger. Still on Chase Brown. Kyron Williams is interesting. That was the other choice, but I thought having 2 Rams in the first 3 rounds might be aggressive.
Yeah. Rashee Rice does go to Nicky Sager. Hey, you're getting some CLV there at the very least. Maybe I'm wrong. I would just kind of rather have, I don't know, Xavier Worthy, some of these other guys. You've been following the latest James Cook stuff. Not hanging out with the team. Seems like really far off on contract demands. Lamar, Tet McMillan go. Devontae Adams off the board.
He's going for it, I guess.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him going for it? It's never worked, right?
Not very good.
Not smart.
Doesn't seem it. No. I mean, these owners don't capitulate.
They don't have to.
Where he goes, and look.
They literally don't have to.
And look at the Bills. The Bills are just like, yeah, we got Josh Allen. We'll figure it out. I mean, did the Bills do anything really to add skill players around him in the offseason?
Palmer.
Josh Allen goes. Yeah, Josh Palmer.
Deep threat.
Okay. I mean, I do like Keon Coleman. I think he's a nice if Josh Allen was going to come to me in the 4th round.
You have to know when to come.
I probably would have taken him there, and then tried and got Keon Coleman there. Travis Hunter goes. I don't know. I think he's going to be an awesome football player. I just don't know about his fantasy value. But it's fun to have at least a couple shares of him. Kramer, you're on the clock.
Oh man! All right. Fuck it. Let's just go all the way weird.
Oh, Marion Hampton.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Rookie running back. Like the situation.
Okay.
Harbaugh. Have you seen Harbaugh talk about him? I mean, he gets very excited about a lot of people, but
yeah. DK Metcalf. I'm just drafting guys I don't have shares of. Give me some DK
I would have
Metcalf.
taken that, but I like that pairing him with his own old teammate. I think
Jalen Hurts goes.
You got to put Aaron Rodgers in your queue now. Also, how about all my Aaron Rodgers Steelers stacks that I took ahead of time?
Wow. No one was
Aaron Rodgers was last round.
No one was
last
talking
round.
No one was talking about him going either.
I had it.
Yeah, no
Proof in the pudding with real money on the line.
DJ Moore goes Brees Hall.
Okay. This is an interesting part of the draft.
Yeah.
You could add George Pickens. You could do a whole like Steeler Seahawk traversal there. Oh, you like JMO though. That's probably your pick.
I don't mind him. Yeah.
The Red Shields probably aren't listening.
George Kittle off the board.
RJ Harvey still out there.
Although he's sexy rookie.
He's like it's at a point now where it's too much. It's too much. We have no idea what this dude's gonna do.
Jamison Williams goes right in front of me. That's fine. You're gonna give me Jalen Waddle. I'll take Jalen Waddle.
Oh, I was gonna pair him with Devin Achan.
And if you missed,
what's wrong with you?
If you missed the VSiN show, I do have a Quinn Ewers 300-1 rookie of the year. $100 wins me $30,000. Ryan,
congratulations.
Thank you. Calvin Ridley goes to Kramer.
You know I can't quit Calvin Ridley.
Helms 22 saying, do you guys look at late week matchups for game stacks?
Of course.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, also it is one of those things where like now it's baked into the ADP more than it was. I think it was a little bit more of an edge a couple years ago, but it's still worth checking out. But why do you remind people of some of the?
Well, I mean, all right. So what do you got for what are you lining up for a stack here? Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. Let me know about Arizona.
At Houston, Atlanta, at Cincy. So
okay.
Week 17. I mean, that could be a shootout. That's not a bad little shindig there.
Yeah.
And who else you interested in? Miami.
What's Miami doing?
At Pittsburgh, Cincy, and Tampa at home. So that's pretty solid.
Okay.
I might be looking at a Rams stack. Rams, Detroit at home, then at Seattle, at Atlanta.
Ooh. Yeah, some Rams Detroit stacks would be pretty sweet.
Well, Rams Atlanta that last week too. That could be pretty interesting. I think a sneaky last week matchup: Carolina hosting Seattle. Get some Bryce Young, maybe a Jalen Milroe with a Tet bring back. Naked Jalen Milroe. Are you worried at all about that, Sean?
Jalen Milroe
when drafting Jackson Smith and Jigba, if they decide to, or Sam Darnold sucks.
He's just the number one by such a long shot.
Yeah.
As far as pass catching, I'm not.
But the quarterback could suck.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, I think he's going to get so many targets this season, assuming he stays on the field. I think, yeah, whoever's throwing it to him it's going to be a decent time.
Okay.
Jordan Addison goes, RJ Harvey, Chris Godwin. I love Godwin, but I'm not drafting him in best ball in the 6th round because he's not even like 100% locked in for week 1.
He's going to miss a lot of time, right?
He's coming back from an injury. I feel like that's always a little tough.
It's Chris Olave too, not on my board.
Really? Just you're worried about the Tyler Shuck
and him.
Yeah.
He had a serious concussion problem last year.
Yeah. I did have Alvin Kamara in my queue, who I think is interesting, even though they're on a bad team, but that defense is bad too. Alvin Kamara goes. So does Trey Henderson.
I'm just going to play the hits.
Jacoby Myers.
Just playing the hits here with Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers. What are you looking at, Sean? I kind of have a feeling I know what you're going to do here. Although
I took Sam Laporta.
That was my hunch. But then I realized you had McBride. Didn't think you were going to do it. Do you just go 2 tight ends now?
Yeah. Well, and of course, one of these tight ends can end up being in your flex.
Wait, what week is their bye? Do they have the same bye, Sean?
Do they?
They might.
Yeah, they have bye week 8.
So you're going to need a 3rd tight end, Sean.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I know a guy who has a bye in week 9 that's
fine.
it's pretty deep on the roster.
It's fine.
Khalil Shakir's available. Like, yeah, the Josh Allen's interesting because you could the stacks are so easy.
Especially now with Kincaid, everyone's cheap. Every one of Josh Allen's.
Should I get some Stephon Diggs, Ryan, just in case? Just in case he ends up not being a kind of a little shitter. He's just like a kind of
pretty late.
It's a little shit, is how I would.
He's your
put
fourth
him.
receiver.
Stephon Diggs goes.
Damn.
Ricky Pearsall though is available.
Oh, all right.
I
didn't know you were into that.
Don't like that he has an early quad thing, but David Montgomery goes. I'm on the clock. Hey, give me Ricky Pearsall. Let's go. Nice year 2 running back, or sorry, year 2 receiver.
Happily, we'll
goes.
take the scraps there with Khalil Shakir. Devon Achane, Chase Brown, Amarian Hampton with Puka Nacua, Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir. Loving this team so far, Sean. Loving this.
I got
team
Bijan Robinson, JSN, DK Metcalf, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, Trey McBride, Sam Laporta.
I just love some of the Sean. Do you have a? Can I interest you in a bonus player to stack with your Steelers in Aaron Rodgers?
Okay. Who is that?
Well, you have a couple options. The one that everyone's talking about is Calvin Austin.
Okay.
But who was their draft pick last year?
Roman Wilson.
Yes. Now, hopefully, he can get along with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers does hate rookies, but
he's a
year
second
2.
Yeah.
Year 2 breakout.
Jerry Jeudy goes. Look at that old guy team. Hold on. We got team 11 is definitely an old motherfucker. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at this
Chris
guy's
Godwin,
team.
Jerry Jeudy.
Look at this team.
Joe.
Derrick Henry, Ashton Jeanty, Devontae Adams, Cortland Sutton, all old guys. Joe Burrow very early.
Joe Burrow plays the quarterback position the right way, Ryan.
He doesn't he has Joe Burrow naked with Chris Godwin, Jerry Jeudy, and I can't wait to see this pick. How old is this guy? 52? Isaiah, although you can only be so old and be playing 20-second clock. He took Isaiah Pacheco, Sean. This guy's got to be like 46. Older or younger than Aaron Rodgers?
Older, definitely.
Jesus.
Aaron Rodgers isn't that old. He's just NFL old.
Sean, this is when you would want to take Kyler, probably. FYI.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
I think. Probably.
Are any of the other Arizona receivers worth taking besides?
I think I'm a big fan of Michael Wilson. I'm taking him pretty much when I'm drafting Kyler.
Yeah.
It's much easier to do that than take you take one of the top guys, Trey McBride or Marvin.
Bo
Harrison.
Nix goes. Also,
a lot of Bo Leavers out there, Sean.
Yep. Myself included, got down on him to lead the league in passing yards at 50-1.
Nice work.
Thank you. Evan Ingram goes. Now that is, I love Evan Ingram this year. I think he's gonna have a nice year.
Oh,
Darnell Mooney. Kramer's on the clock. What are you doing, Kramer?
Man, I feel like I'm gonna. This is a touch of a correlation reach. Actually, no. All right.
Jonu Smith.
No, that's who I was trying to get.
Okay.
I was about to be set. Well, Devin Achane, I'm gonna have 2 on this team.
Are you?
Yeah. Jonu Smith in a contract year.
Okay. I just took Kyler.
Smart.
Thank you.
Safe move.
Yeah. I mean, I want rushing quarterbacks. So Baker is still kicking around. Although Baker without Mike Evans just isn't that fun.
Are you going to look to get Cooper Kupp to pair with JSN?
I don't know. I was considering it. Then I'm kind of locked in on Sam Darnold though, which isn't that fun. But, or I guess I don't have to. Michael Pittman Jr. goes, which now it seems like Anthony Richardson. God knows when that guy's going to play again.
He's working himself back, Sean.
Justin Fields goes. Definitely a quarterback I got my eyes on. Just because those rushing touchdowns. Oh, Cooper Cup goes.
Damn.
Nice way to alert the chat, Ryan.
All right, I'll stop talking. No more talking for me on the podcast.
I'll take Jalen Warren this late. Come on. I know they got Caleb Johnson, but Jalen Warren still has fantasy relevant. And they need some running backs.
What am I missing with this? Is Rashid? I mean, isn't Olave? I mean, yeah, I guess Shaheed could be their number one receiver, right?
Sure. I mean, who knows what Kellen Moore is going to do down there?
We are entering Cam Scattaboo zone.
Okay.
Just keep your head on a swivel. Have you seen the video of him, the highlight of him as a kid?
No.
He catches a pass downfield and the kid starts to tackle him. He stops the momentum, picks the kid up and carries the kid and the football into the end zone.
All right. Sounds pretty fun.
Oh, it's amazing.
Ryan, who's going to be the starting running back in Dallas? Javonte Williams, the rookie Jadon Blue.
So what I've
Miles
read,
Sanders looked pretty washed. I love Miles Sanders. But
what I've read, it's going to be Javonte Williams. Like they want, but the rookie always can have some pop.
Javonte Williams felt somewhat washed too, right?
I feel like you always got to give a player a chance after Sean Payton. He has such a type that maybe it just didn't work out. But yeah, I mean, he's also now further removed from that serious injury. So
yeah, no, maybe he will. Maybe the spring will be back, but I don't know. Javonte Williams goes to Team 11, the old guy team, who also took Mark Andrews.
God, man,
I'm not worried about Isaiah Likely.
My God, that's not a real team. That's funny. All right, what are we looking at now, Sean? I don't know. I got 3 running backs, 5 receivers, and a tight end. Cam Scattaboo goes. Alert. Oh, look at that team. Cam Scattaboo and Tyler Warren. Najee Harris.
You want a Najee Harris?
I read a fairly concerning report, and the Chargers did not give him much money. I didn't realize how small his contract was.
It's that bad. I didn't. What was his?
Let me bring up the exact details. Oh, I'm on the clock. How dare you? Trying to distract me. All right, we'll take the rookie.
All right, I'm taking Zach Charbonnet. Let's go.
Sean going to retrieve Garth. Garth was left out of the draft festivities and he's pissed. All right, let's see here. Running backs, Harris. $5 million. 1 year, $5 million. That's not let's see. 1.5 million base salary, 3.7 signing bonus.
Wow. That is
really,
not much.
Not really a much of an investment. So maybe you should start changing your tune a little bit on Hampton, Sean.
Yeah, but also it's a rookie.
Just go watch Harbaugh talk about it. Rookie running backs generally, first round rookie running backs kind of generally do pay off.
Marvin Mims goes, give me Ramondre Stevenson. Why we completely give it up on him? I'm just stockpiling mid of running backs.
Let's sneak in a little Caleb Williams, Luther Burden stack here.
Okay.
The 10th and 11th round. Justin Herbert. Caleb Williams runs a bit. I'm not sure I'd be taking Drake May over Caleb Williams. Would you? I mean,
Drake May might run more too. It would be interesting.
But I mean, after watching them both for a year, you're really considering you would consider May over Williams in that offense.
No, I think Caleb Williams is a lot more skill players
Yeah,
around
I'm shocked at the draft value here. I mean, developing quarterback Dak Prescott went in the 10th.
Got a little tight end run here. Colston Loveland, Dalton Kincaid, Tucker Kraft, Brock Purdy goes to Nick Sager. Bean saying Isaiah Likely is my sleeper tight end this year, and I take him every chance I get.
Oh yeah, he's great.
I love me some Isaiah Likely.
He's great.
Been all over him early, often. Let's go. Jadon Blue off the board. Isaiah Likely goes to Cletus, who maybe that's Bean in the chat.
Oh, Team 11 finally taking some young people here last 2 rounds.
Matt in the chat saying pick Carson Steele, you cowards.
We did take him a bunch last year.
Yes.
So
a lot of first touchdown money down the drain on our buddy Carson Steele.
I wouldn't call us cowards.
Although I'm sure I will be playing him first that Friday game. Chargers, Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Never know what can happen. Little tricks up the sleeve of Andy Reid week 1.
Oh no.
Garth does a good job of running into the tripod.
Garth getting low on the camera. Keep that pad level down, Garth.
Low dog wins. Tyler Algier goes. Kramer, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out when I need to take Tua.
Okay.
Because I kind of want to end up with Tua. Do I just play it safe and take him now? Tua in a contract year. I'm going to pair him with Devin Achan. Not a contract year, but a critical year.
I was going to take him because I got Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, I have Achan and Jonnu Smith. The question is, do I double stack them? Probably. I don't think I'm going to be able to double stack Chicago. I can't even think. Who else would I grab? Oh, Cole Kmet. The sleeping Cole Kmet. Are you buying Colston Loveland?
Colston Loveland.
I don't think so.
You kind of need a.
I saw Brock Bowers do crazy stuff in college. I don't know if I saw Colston Loveland do all that same crazy stuff.
Dallas Goedert goes. Kramer, you're coming up. So am I. What are you thinking of doing?
Honestly, I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I'm thinking about. I only have 3 running backs. I have 2 quarterbacks already, and I have 6 receivers. And what we have 5 picks left, 6 picks left. So
definitely want to get Jalen McMillan. So I'm taking him.
You gave me no time to think. I like that. Oh, this is a no-brainer. Why is Dobbs going so late in these fucking drafts?
Yeah.
I don't even like the Packers. Everything you read is, oh yeah, that's Love's guy. Oh, Adam Thielen, Sean. Scratch him off the list.
What could have been?
I'm gonna need some tight ends.
How many tight ends do you have?
Just 1.
Okay.
And my note says here, take 3 every time. Every time. Where are we at with the Jags running backs?
Does it really matter? I still think Tank Bigsby is viable. Like I know they drafted Tugboat Tootin. They still have ETN. I don't know. It's kind of a shit show.
Garth is getting into the judges clothes.
Kramer. Yeah, I do want I want some more shares of Tank Bigsby.
That's the guy you want to end up. That's the guy you want to end up with.
Wandale Robinson available, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some receivers I'd rather take with the higher upside. Okay. He's only ever going to be a slot guy. You should have Michael Wilson in your
slot. How's the slot?
I do.
Okay.
I got my Q pretty sorted here.
You a Pat Bryant guy?
I don't know.
Sean Payton was talking very highly about him.
Yeah. Bryce Young is available. What I don't understand is like the fantasy nerds are so high on this Panthers offense and their win total and everything like that. And Bryce Young's like still no one's.
I'll say this, Sean. Back to the Wan'Dale Robinson question. Darius Slayton will outscore Wan'Dale Robinson this year in underdog.
Yeah. Darius Slayton will. He's their good player.
Last year was first time in a long time he wasn't the leading receiver.
Matt Stafford goes.
Damn it.
Oh, you're gonna try a little. Yeah, Ryan, you had Puka Nacua, and you're more worried about getting a Tua stack than that. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You prioritize Tua over Matt Stafford.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though you had Puka Nacua.
100%.
Geno Smith goes.
Yes.
Not in my queue. Give me Michael Penix.
Ooh.
You don't like Michael Penix?
Ooh.
You're just jealous because he's a good draft pick.
I don't like that pick.
You don't like Michael Penix this year?
No.
Why?
I'm not seeing what everyone else is seeing.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it. I can't. Unapologetically, I can't see it.
Have you tried to see it?
Tried. Can't see it.
Bryce Young goes.
Not seeing it.
With Bryce Young?
No, not seeing it. Well, you have to end up with some Bryce Young just in case. New segment.
No thanks.
Decent, by the way.
No,
Yeah, you do. You have to have some.
I don't think he has like crazy high upside.
You have to have some.
Okay. Mason Taylor goes. That's definitely a fun guy to have if you're getting a Justin Fields stack.
That's early. In my opinion, there's guys on the board that you probably want over him. In my opinion.
Our hero, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did have 28 passing touchdowns last year. I know we like making fun of our hero, but
he also played every game. I mean,
which is
somewhat
possibly
shocking.
An outlier. Vele goes. Vele could be interesting. Like in a Bo Nix stack, he could be the number 2 receiver.
You think so? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I think it's going to be my guess would be Cortland Sutton and Evan Ingram in some way dominate the top 2 spots.
Yeah. Well, I guess Evan Ingram's a tight end, but yeah.
Oh, but yeah, he's going to be one of the top 2 target getters. Pass catchers.
Yeah. I agree with Evan Ingram.
All right, I have a super sneaky receiver play you're going to love. You're going to love it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fabulous. Do I take another Raider? That's the question.
Well, you did randomly take Geno Smith.
I love Geno Smith this year. I love Geno Smith this year. Oh, I know what I do. I know what I do there.
What?
I can't say it. I can't say.
Well, what can you say? At least what you're talking about.
The Raider I'm going to take.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want the draft to take the guys like they've been doing to you. I don't want that. I got some fun Raiders to take. I got some really fun Raiders to take.
Also, does it really matter if 2 guys have the same buys? Because isn't it your total points for the entire regular season?
But your overlaps, you're guaranteeing a 0 1 week.
Just at the tight end position.
Yeah, but it would be slightly negative EV because you're completely overlaid on each other, meaning there's not that 1 week offset. So you're giving up some points.
Yeah.
I would take a tight end. I only have 2. I'm taking another one. So I'm actually telling you to do something that hurts me.
Well, that's very bold of you, Ryan.
I know.
It's very brave. I don't use the term brave that often, but
I didn't need it to be called out like that, but it's very true.
Michael Wilson goes. It's a guy I had in my queue.
All right, this dude's lighting up camp right now. This is one of my
Malik Washington.
This is one of my guys to watch. Yeah.
Ray McLeod, nice late stack with Michael Penix and Bijan Robinson.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, if it works, I guess he's gonna work. Like if the offense works,
yeah,
good pick.
Thank you. I mean, if you look at his games with Penix in there, he was pretty productive.
Second year wide receiver Malik Washington has been making waves, standing out in the Dolphins offseason program. That's all I need is that combined with a couple sick highlights from OTAs. I'm in. Two rounds left, Sean. 2 rounds left. I have 3/4. Oh, I only have 3 running backs, Sean.
You only have 3 running backs?
Well, I have 3 good ones.
Yeah, still though. Really fragile build you put it together over there, Ryan.
Well, I'm going to do a running back and a tight end here. Question is which ones? Blake Corum.
I have so many second year tight end or receivers in this. About to get one more.
That's smart.
Thank you.
Smart.
No, one of these second year guys is going to go off.
Maybe I'll just take this as a talking point draft pick. Well, Pat Bryant does go.
I'm on the clock, and I will take Roman Wilson. Complete goose egg last year.
Nice job. All right. Here's the first running back I'm definitely going to take. Pair him with Geno Smith. We know why Pete Carroll brought this man in. I'm just playing the hits.
Raheem Mostert
playing that. Well, he is going to be. Let's see. I guess he could get cut, but I don't. I think Pete Carroll brought him in for a reason.
I mean, I love Zach Ertz, but isn't Ben Sinnott kind of interesting for the Commanders there? Like they drafted him last year. Like you would imagine maybe now I know they paid Ertz, Ryan, but like, isn't there some sort of passing the torch?
I think there are a number of very interesting tight ends still available.
Will Dissly, career year with Harbaugh, year 1.
I mean, I think there's a shocking amount of tight ends that are going to go undrafted in this draft to me. Whether it's a Dawson, there's so many.
Will Dissly's a starting tight end.
There's a number of starting tight ends still.
Dawson Knox. Yeah.
I mean, could have.
Will Dissly had a career year with the first year of this Greg Roman, Harbaugh offense.
I mean, Jatavian Sanders was starting to look okay. Granted, in that Carolina offense. I mean, just Noah Gray for the obvious reasons. We all know why.
Harold Fannin. That's fun. Tyler Higbee goes.
Harold Fannin, I feel like the Njoku needs to get hurt or something. It does feel.
But they did draft him relatively high.
Yeah, no, I mean, we like the pick. I had money on him to be the first tight end, Sean. What I want to know, I need to know what the Bears plan to do with Cole Kmet.
Yeah, he was.
He's more of a 2-way tight end. Like Kmet could just be a big.
Don't put his personal life out there, right?
He did just get married.
Okay, well, doesn't mean he doesn't go both ways.
If you want to know, because
I want to talk to Sampson, the Cleveland Browns running back. Ryan, any interest in Dylan Sampson?
I mean, I don't hate the bullet. I mean, I think he won't.
What would you rather have, a Dylan Sampson bullet or a Nick Chubb bullet?
Probably a Dylan Sampson bullet.
Okay. No, we're talking
at this point.
Round.
Nick Chubb.
Tyler Shuck goes.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the quotes, but Cole Kmet what he said to the media was he was taken aback when they drafted Colston Loveland. What if he comes in with a chip on his shoulder?
Will Dissly, remember how much money you won us in like first touchdown? And
yep. They're the same as all touchdowns in this game, though.
They should count for more. Ryan, we should propose to Underdog a best ball centric first touchdown market.
Get the breaking news, please.
Okay.
Taysom Hill is going to go undrafted.
Ryan, NBA Finals are here, and of course, I'm using Rhythm and their Power Trends. Love the Rhythm app. This thing is just been fire, been helping me. I mean, they've been locked in on the TJ McConnell Power Trends. I've been riding it. Love me some Rhythm, and of course, they get you covered for NBA, MLB, WNBA. The MLB prop show is dominating, thanks in part to Rhythm and their great AI backed picks and props. You can get the 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And of course, last but not least, as always, we're brought to you by mybookie.ag. NBA Finals, Stanley Cup, whatever you're getting down on, you can do it over at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN available in so many places. Easy deposits, lightning fast payouts using crypto. You know, Ryan, sometimes we're in California, sometimes we're in Nevada, sometimes we're all over. I've got a trip planned going out of the country. Love using mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN, 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply on the deposit bonus. Mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, how was your team?
Caleb Williams. I've never had this team so far. Caleb Williams, Tua, Geno Smith. That is a great quarterback.
That is a disgusting act.
Devon Achane, Chase Brown, Marion Hampton, and Raheem Mostert.
Okay.
Fragile running back build. Puka Nacua, Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, Romeo Dobbs, Malik Washington, Jonnu Smith, Mike Gesicki, Cole Kmet. I may have done it, Sean.
Oh my God.
Hyper fragile.
Hyper fragile. All right. If anyone in the chat wants us to talk about their team, hit us up. My quarterbacks: Kyler Murray, Michael Penix, Aaron Rodgers. Great QB room. Running back: Bijan Robinson, Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet, Ramondre Stevenson, Ray Davis. Receivers: JSN, DK Metcalf, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, Jalen McMillan, Ray McLeod, and Roman Wilson. Tight end trio of Trey McBride, Sam Laporta, Will Dissly. This is a very different team for me, Ryan. You know, this is like early in the season. I want to get out of my comfort zone, try out some new teams, some new players, some new builds. It's what we're building portfolios.
Fire open your exposure tab.
Okay.
Let's read off our top 5 exposures.
Sure. Oh wait, no.
Number 1 for me, Jonnu Smith, 62.5%.
Okay, hold on.
Number 2 for me, Chase Brown, 50%, with Calvin Ridley at 50%. And then in third play tied for a whole bunch of people tied for 4th. Geno, Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed. I'm not going to read. Yeah. Jalen Royals, Chuba Hubbard, and Romeo Dobbs. Yikes.
In the chat, if you can guess my number 1 exposure player wise, you will get a SGPN gift card. Kramer, I'll give you a shot.
Let me just scroll through the board here because I'm gonna guess it's someone that you draft.
Oh, come on, don't cheat.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of your favorite guys.
Okay.
Oh man, it's either gonna be.
And this was more of an it's not supposed to be something you're doing real research on, right? It's supposed to be gut instincts.
Yeah. So all right, because I was thinking it was going to be one of these like middle round receiver types or running backs. So I'll say Jalen Warren.
No.
All right.
Not even in my top 10, right?
Wow. Okay.
You think you know a guy? My number 1.
It's not an Eagle.
Nikki Sager guessing AJ Brown. Nikki, that is unfortunately correct. My number 1, and this is by a wide margin, 71.4%. Jalen McMillan.
That was my second. Damn it, that was going to be the other guy, I guess. But then I was like, I've drafted him a bunch of times. It probably isn't him.
There are 5 guys that I have at 42.9%. Adam Thielen, Zach Charbonnet, Anthony Richardson.
Oh no, Sean.
I'm looking to move on.
Gotta get out of that position.
Tyreek Hill, Caleb Johnson, And
Okay.
I must have, yeah. And then I got, after that, it's like 28.6%. So yeah, no,
Very good.
This is fun. We got to mix it. I have some, I have some, I have some Joe Flacco exposure. It's kind of fun.
You gotta have a little Joe Flacco.
Oh, just in case.
Just in case.
Oh, he could give you like great 6 games at some point in the season. He gets hurt. He comes back later in the season.
Yeah.
Lighten it up. It's a meaningless. And Steven Glansberg was close with Charbonnet. I don't know. I guess I just end up with him a bunch. I get that. You know, we already saw year 1 with the coaching staff, but I mean Charbonnet.
Well, I think the reason that you have a lot of Charbonnet is because you're probably not doing a lot of. You're doing more drafts. You're waiting on running back, and Charbonnet goes in that 9 to 11 range.
Yeah,
where you generally would start taking the running back. So
I mean, 569 yards, 8 touchdowns last year, 42 catches. So he's involved a little bit in the passing game. I think.
Well, and also if he could go nuclear. So
yeah, he could give you a couple. Like, let me pull up his game log because I feel like he's had a couple.
Look at the games when he was the guy.
Yeah, like at Arizona last year in December, week 13, 22 carries, 134, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
7 catches, 59 yards. Like, those are the kind of just like crazy ass fantasy performances that can help you win some of these things. He had, and this is probably why I like him. He had multiple 2 touchdown games. So guys like that just stick in the back of my mind. And I'm going to end up with more of them. And that was, and some of it was injury. Some of it was just him taking advantage of his opportunities too. So
we might have hit a 2 touchdown bet on him last year.
Yeah. That's why I like Tank Bigsby as well. He made me a lot of money.
I mean, it's logical.
All right. When we return, talking U.S. Open, and like we said, we got nice some NFL future stuff, more NBA Finals, NHL Stanley Cup. Get in on sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs. Get in your Refs Are Terrorist T-shirt last week for that giveaway. Anything else you want to say to the good folks, Ryan?
No. Have a great Monday. Happy Monday. That's what I should have said. Happy.
Yeah.
Monday.
Why didn't you start the show off with that? Everyone like Happy Sunday.
No, it's it's more of a decent thing.
It is great when we hop on a conference call and someone beats Ryan to a Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Oh, it's very rare.
Right. That's Ryan's rare. Like play the hits.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Good icebreaker.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean. Stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
I think I'm starting to get back in on the Raiders show.
Kramer. Let it ride.